Hello, hello. Hi, Facebook. I'm just finishing a little cough drop, so it's not good for singing. More. There is a front row prime seat still available as well, but we could also wait for anybody who's arriving a little late and say, "Why don't you just sit right down front?" I love this, that the porch is full of people, and while the weather right at this moment is so fantastic, we could totally be in the garden. That all those little blue blobs were dancing all around us, and so, yeah. Oh, yeah, just keep an eye on Steffi. Okay, the plant right behind, oh, yeah. Sorry. All right. So, part of the reason we have such a great turnout tonight is because it happens to be somebody's birthday. Mr. Galen Hunsucker, and we aren't talking about what year it is. We're just saying he has a birthday. So, should we just start with singing you happy birthday?
Sure.
Let's start with it. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Galen. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank
many,
you.
many more. Yes. All right. Let's see. Are we hearing well on Facebook? Okay, good. All right. Let me just double check my tuning. All right. Well, we've been sitting here having fun and arranging seats and all right. Who are you waving at?
Mike, he's in the back now.
He's just moving around. I love it.
He figured that's where he'd end up getting made to sit.
Okay. All right. Well, we might not pull them up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start out with a little, not with that song, but I love that song. So this first song is a song that I wrote for my mother when she was still with us, and one that I love. We're starting out, kind of, kids are going back to school, and so our first set of music is really kind of thinking about kids and going back to school and our relationships with those kids and how we can inspire those kids. That's kind of the direction we're going to start with tonight. So this is called My Best Friend. When I was young, my big sisters would say, "You stay with Mom while we run off and play." Well, looking back now, that was A-okay, 'cause I spent those days with my best friend. We'd walk to the park and stop on the bridge. Mom always listened to all I said. I look back and see how special it was when I spent those days with my best friend. spent those days with my best friend. Some people tell me I'm just like her. I thank them and say I'm a lucky girl. I came to be the woman I am, spending those days with my best friend. Yes, I came to be the woman I am, 'cause I spent those days, I spent those days, I spent those days with my best friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a seat. You could tuck in right next to Kevin. I know, right? I thought you'd like that. All right. This next one is such a beautiful end of summer song, and we play it from time to time, called Summer's Road by a wonderful songwriter out of Australia, actually, Leah Aveen. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Give me a tight squeeze. Though I may see you in a week, but for now, farewell. I will hold you for as long as I can before I'm gone. Here I feel like I belong. You know me well. And it always feels the same, pulling out of that driveway. And I turn around to wave as we drive down Summer's Road. As we pull onto the road, I think how everyone grows old. I hate to see you all alone. You slowly disappear, and it could possibly be the last time you're with me. Hate to think where we'd all be if you were not near. And it always feels the same, pulling out of that driveway. And I turn around to wave as we drive down Summer's Road. Shuffle through the towns as the night slowly falls down. We may stop to look around, get some fresh air. We'd stop to unwind only if we had the time. Think of what we left behind way back there. And it always feels the same, driving back on that highway, getting further away from Summer's Road, winding road. as my eyes are closed, and I know we're nearly home from Summer's Road, home from Summer's Road. Thank you, Leah Veen. All right, I think Vince is gonna, I don't know, he's gonna figure out someplace to go hide, or he can stand there and listen, whatever he wants to do, but this is just Galen and myself.
Get ready. I'm old now. Takes me a minute.
You're old. Ah, come on. All right, how old? Oh, they want to know how old you are.
I'm not as old as Vince. Ha ha ha. Ready?
Yeah. It's a great Susan Warner tune. Listen to me, kid. Listen to me good. Let me make myself understood. You say you're restless here amidst the miles of corn, in this great state where you were born. Well, don't do like I did and get a great big head and go taking this all for granted. Listen to me, kid, there's something to be said for blooming where you are planted. I recognize that look, that little look in your eye, afraid the world's going to pass you by. You dream of Paris and Rome, places you haven't seen yet. Well, that's why God made the internet. Well, don't do like I did and get a great big head and go taking this all for granted. Listen to me, kid, there's something to be said for blooming where you are planted. There's something to be said for wide open space where you can see the sun rise and feel the wind in your face. There's something to be said for working out in the fields, a certain satisfaction only time reveals. There's something to be said for keeping lifelong friends and for starry nights out way beyond where the highway ends. But you don't want advice. You're gonna do what you do. And you might leave same as I did too. You might have regrets, or you might have none. Or like me, you might have just this one. Listen to me, kid, don't move it head and get all cynically disenchanted. Listen to me, kid, there's something to be said for blooming where you are, where the people you knew are, where the fortunate few are planted. Thank you, Mr. Galen Hunsucker, otherwise known tonight as the birthday boy. All right, Vince is making his way back. For those of you on Facebook who, I don't know if you can probably hear much because it's coming through the sound system, but there's this adorable little boy who has arrived. So, who is entertaining everyone, including me. All right, this next one, staying with our theme of kids and going back to school and all of that. I love Prince. I grew up on Prince. And, yeah, this is our version of Starfish and Coffee. And if you have never gone on YouTube and searched for Prince with the Muppets doing this song, I highly recommend it. Right?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. All right. Oh, sorry. What key am I starting in? 2, 3, 4. It was 7:45. We were online to meet the teacher, Miss Kathleen. First was Kevin, then came Lucy. Third line was me. All of us were ordinary compared to Cynthia Rose. She always stood at the back of the line, a smile beneath her nose. Her favorite number was 20, every single day. If you asked her what she had for breakfast, this is what she'd say. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds, tangerine, side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'd understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Cynthia wore the prettiest dress, different color socks. Sometimes I wonder if the mates were in her lunchbox. Me and Lucy opened it, and Cynthia wasn't around. Lucy cried, I almost died. You know what we found? Starfish and coffee, syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds, tangerine, side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, then you'd understand. Starfish and coffee, syrup and jam. Cynthia wore a happy face, just like the one she draws on every wall in every school. It's alright, it's for a worthy cause. Go on, Cynthia, keep saying starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds, tangerine, side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, you'd understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. All right. Yay! All right, we are all applauding for you, I promise. All right, this next one, the lyrics of this song, I think, are so incredible and so poignant, and it's by a singer-songwriter named Sarah Peacock, who I ran into because I was looking for people who maybe you can hire to do like songwriting sessions with you and that sort of thing, and she does that. And but I bumped into this song and quickly added it to our repertoire, and I think it's such a good message for this time of year as kids are going back to school. It's called The Cool Kids. I am rough dark gloom. Ain't that the saying we used to use on the Cool Kids? I know you are, but what am I? I must have said that 1,000,000 times to the cool kids. I don't guess much has changed. It's happening right now. Somewhere there is a first grade cool kid. I can see him now, wondering why Daddy don't come around. There's a cool kid. She's home alone. She needs her mama, but nobody knows when you get to the source of the pain. There ain't no such thing as the cool kids. Every boy and every girl at some point seems to think the world of the cool kids. It don't matter what they say, 'cause I know right now somewhere there is an 8th grade cool kid at the Saturday game, and there's no one there for him cheering his name. There's a cool kid in trouble at home. She has to pretend so that nobody knows when you get to the source of the pain. There ain't no such thing as the cool kids. I remember Billy Shay got beat up 'cause he was gay. There are worse things than sticks and stones. Bones will heal, but a heart just won't. But you might be surprised how things can change. A hero can rise, and out of the flames comes a cool kid. And he's looking down on the whole world from the top of a mountain. A cool kid, she's rocking it out, and they play her songs on the radio now. Be careful, little mouth, what you say, 'cause there ain't no such thing. There ain't no such thing as the cool kids. There ain't no cool kids. There ain't no cool kids. Ooh. Yeah, such an important message. All right, now we have one for this little guy down here. He's loving it. Every time you applaud, he is convinced it's for him. I love it. Keep believing that. Keep believing. All right. So there is an album from, I think, the 80s. Galen thinks maybe the 70s, but I feel like I was older than that when it came out. But this song is definitely much older than the album, called House at Pooh Corner. So Kenny Loggins, the song existed before he had his young son, but then when he had his son, he created a whole album. If you don't remember it, if you haven't remember it and haven't listened to it in a long time, it's a great kind of comforting album with some great songs on it. But this is House at Pooh Corner. under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to Al and Dio as our days disappeared all too soon. And I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. So help me if you can. I've gotta get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose. He came to me asking help and advice, and from here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of the owl if he's there, how to loosen the jar from the nose of a bear. So help me if you can. I've gotta get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. It's hard to explain how a few precious things seem to follow throughout all our lives. After all said and done, I was watching my son, sleeping there with my bear by his side. So I tucked him in, I kissed him, and as I was gone, I swear that old bear whispered, "Girl, welcome home." Believe me if you can, I finally come back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. What do you know, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin, back to the ways of Christopher Robin, back to the days of Pooh. Ooh. Okay. So, this is a song written by Mike Diabo, who also recorded it, but was made famous by Rod Stewart, for sure, and that was when he added oboe to it. So, what we're doing is, and it's Handbags and Glad Rags, what we're doing is a blend of Mike's lyrics and the way Rod changed the lyrics and the way I've tweaked the lyrics for me to sing it as a woman singing it, and It's just our own blend of handbags and glad rags. Ever see a blind man cross the road, trying to make the other side? Ever see a young girl growing old, trying to make herself a bride? What becomes of you, my love, when they have finally stripped you of the handbags and the glad rags that your granddads had to sweat to buy you? Once I was a young girl, all I thought I had to do was smile. You were still a young girl, and you bought everything in style. But once you think you're in, you're out, and it don't mean a single thing without the handbags and the glad rags that your granddads had to sweat to buy ya. I'll sing a song of sixpence for your sake, and take a bottle full of rye. There's 4 and 20 blackbirds in a cake, and I'll bake them all in a pie. They told me you missed school today, so I suggest you just throw them all away. The handbags and the glad rags that your granddads had to sweat to buy ya. Just throw them all away. The handbags and the glad rags that your granddads had to sweat to buy ya. And what becomes of you, my love, when they have finally stripped you of the handbags and the glad rags that your poor old granddads had to sweat to buy ya? Yeah, that's a good one. Just never stops being true. All right, so this was kind of funny. I was laughing at myself that I put this. So we're kind of, sort of moving out of the messages to kids and thinking about childhood and all of that. And this is a Michael Franti song that I absolutely love. And it's called This World Is So Fucked Up, which may be a good message to kids, because really the message is, I'm not giving up on it. It may be messed up, but I'm not giving up. So, yeah, right? So, here we go. Let me tell you about the situation going on up inside my head today. My mind is running round in circles trying to make sense of the people who are running everything today. All the politicians tweeting, got their message on repeat, and try dividing us with fear and hate. Away, I wish I could find a better way to say this. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Away, I wish I could find a better way to say this. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. We ain't asking for money, we just want to make change. We do it for all of the people who need it, cause they got a voice and a name. I can't believe how we're living today. I got this anger and sadness and pain. They can build walls, but we can build bridges, and we can be part of the change. Way, I wish I could find a better way to say this. Way, I wish I could find a better way to say this. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Tell you about the situation going on all around the world today. There's a billion different people doing a billion different things to make a billion places better today. And some are right here on this porch. Way, I wish I could find a better way to say this. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. This world is so fucked up, but I am never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Never giving up on it. Away, I know that we can make a better day. Yeah. Yeah, here's to all the people, day by day, hour by hour, trying to make this world a better place. And I know there's a, yeah, right? Yeah! Yeah. So I know so many of them are tuning in on Facebook Live as well. And by the way, earlier today, my sister she's out at a brewery in Iowa somewhere, and she sent a poster that I think rings really true for Sunday songs. There's no such thing as strangers here, just friends you haven't yet met. So I always want that to be true with our Sunday songs family. All right, so this next song is another original, kind of in keeping with the last song without the bad word in it. This is a song I wrote, oddly enough, I wrote it back in 2018. And unfortunately, it is more true today, I think, than it even was when I wrote it in 2018. And interestingly, I would offered to play it at like political events and things like that. And the commentary I got back then was, well, it sounds like you're angry. I was like, I am angry. And I feel like you should be too. But maybe I'm wrong. So now here it is again. In the situation we are currently in. It's called Country Built on Love. I love where I come from. I love our star-spangled banner. It is the land of the free and the home of the brave. I grew up learning in a land full of honor, where our leaders were noble. It seems much different today. Now I hear children crying. I've seen too much blood, and the bullets keep flying. I think we've had enough of your insults and tirades, of your self-serving ways. The soul of our nation is not yours to trade. Rise up and say, don't speak for us when you tear people down. We want a country built on love. We're not afraid. We won't back down. We'll stand on our feet. We'll stare you down. We won't lash out. We won't use our fists. Our strength's in our hearts. We are stronger than this. And rise up and say, you don't speak for us when you tear people down. We want a country built on love. Showed them the way. How lucky we'd be if we could see it today. Rise up and say, you don't speak for us when you tear people down. We want a country built on love, and we'll rise up and say, you don't speak for us when you tear people down. We want a country built on love. Rise up, don't speak for us, don't tear people down. We want a country built on love. Yeah, that'd be a nice foundation, huh? We can rebuild from that. All right, now we're going like from the sublime to the ridiculous. So the end of this set is really kind of all over the place. There is no theme. I'm just going to be right up front. There is no theme to the end of this set. But it's Galen's birthday, so we had to throw in some Jim Croce. Oh, do you like Jim Croce? I promise. All right. We're not going to mess around with Jim. Don't mess around with Jim. Uptown got its hustlers, the Bowery got its bums, 42nd Street got Big Jimmy Walker. He's a bull shooting son of a gun. Yeah, he big and dumb as a man can come, but he's stronger than a country horse. And when the bad folk all get together at night, you know they all call Big Jim boss, just because. You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, out of South Alabama came a country boy. He said, I'm looking for a man named Jim. Bull shooting boy, my name is Willie McCoy, but back home they call me Slim. Yeah, I'm looking for the king of 40. 42nd Street, driving a drop-top Cadillac. Last week he took all my money, and it may sound funny, but I come to get my money back. Everybody say, Jack, don't you know? You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, a hush fell over the pool rooms. Jimmy come bopping in off the street. When the cutting were done, the only thing that wasn't bloody were the soles of the big man's feet. Yeah, he was cutting about 100 places, and he was shot in a couple more. You better believe all the people sung a different kind of story when Big Jim hit the floor. Now they say, you don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, Big Jim got his hat. He find out where it's at. And it's not hustling people strange to you, even if you do have a two-piece custom-made pool cue. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. All right, so among other favorites, Jolene seems like it's just a song that everybody loves. And if you were paying attention to the news this week, Dolly Parton is officially a global icon. So she was given an incredible award this week, well deserved. An incomparable songwriter, performer, but even a more incomparable human being. Yeah. We could use a whole lot more Dolly Partons in the world. Yeah, Dolly for president, right? Hey, she'd be pretty awesome. She'd be kicking ass and taking names. All right, so this is...
Distributing books.
And distributing books, right? And not banning them. She would just be distributing them. So, yeah. All right, so Jolene... I've taken to calling this one Dolene because a songwriter named Willow Avalon at the tail end of this decided it was time for Jolene to respond. So, hang on. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin, eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Tell him, Galen. You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you. Whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Dolly, 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 Dolly. I swear I didn't know he was your man. Well, he told me that you left him. You took the dog and both the kids, as crocodile tears ran down his cheeks. Well, I thought he was an injured man, so I offered up a helping hand, and I fell in love with him within a week. Well, he talks about you in his sleep. All the secrets that he keeps are sneaking out the gaps between his teeth. I could easily understand how you could think I stole your man, but Dolly, he also lied to me. I don't think Jolene was the problem. I'm just saying. All right. So, let's see. Are you watching the Facebook or just listening to it? Are we getting a little dark on the Facebook? Okay, good. All right. I was going to say, I can turn lights on. All right. So this is just another fun one we love to play. Indigo Girls, Galileo. And I think I've told this story before, but I will say this right now, because if you guys who listen to us all the time or are listening to us for the first time or whatever, if there's a song that pops to your mind that's like, wow, you guys should cover, throw those ideas at us. We'd love to hear them. This is actually, the fact that we cover Galileo came from a fairly intoxicated human that was listening to Galen and myself play out at a restaurant one time, out on a outdoor patio. And he had a really good idea despite his intoxication level. So you never know where good ideas will come from. Oh, and while I'm stopped, I'm also going to add, for those of you here, we do have a little tip jar here that's always nice. Working musicians always appreciate tips. And for you, those of you watching in Facebook land, we use Venmo and we use Galen's Venmo. It is in the description of this Facebook Live, but I will call it off as well for people who are here. On Venmo, it is at Galen-Hunsucker, at GALEN-HUNSUCKER. All right, enough commercials. Galileo's head was on the block. against crime, looking up the truth. And as the bombshells of my daily fears explode, I try to trace them to my youth. Then you had to bring up reincarnation over a couple of beers the other night. And now I'm doing time for mistakes made by another in another lifetime. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach that kind of light? I call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. Then I think about my fear of motion, which I never could explain. Some other fool across the ocean years ago must have crashed his little airplane. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach the highest light? I call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. I'm not making a joke, you know me, I take everything so seriously. If we wait for a time till our souls get it right, then at least I know there'll be no nuclear annihilation in my lifetime. I'm still not right. To those before me, that's all I've got to say. 'Cause maybe you squandered big bucks in your lifetime, now I have to pay. Then again it feels like some sort of inspiration to let the next life off the hook. She'll say, look what I had to overcome from this last life. I'll write a book. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach the highest light? Except for the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. How long till I reach the highest light? How long till I meet the highest light? All right, now we have a really special little surprise for you. So Galen is going to play bass.
Poorly.
No, Galen is going to play bass, even though we do happen to have another bass player in the house.
But he can actually play.
He's ducking down, so I can't see him anymore. All right, and then once Galen has safely taken a hold of the bass, whose name is Ruby, by the way. I have a beautiful niece named Ruby. Vince is going to go get his steel drum. Yeah. So Vince is the founder of CPANs, if you've ever heard them play out. Vince also has a secret superpower. He makes steel drums. And he was actually, he can speak for himself, but he actually apprenticed with a gentleman from Trinidad who is actually one of the creators of the steel drum. So he learned from the OG. Mr. Ellie Manette. Did I say that right? Yes. Okay. So anyway, this was without Mitch here this week because he is at run through for Opera House has the musical Oklahoma coming up. It opens this Thursday, I believe. And yes, did I hear a yes? somewhere? I was looking for Jean. Yes, I think I heard Jean say yes. So this Thursday, for the next 2 weekends, Oklahoma is running at Thalian Hall. So that's where Mitch is. He'll be back at our next one. So I said, Vince, why don't you bring your steel drum? So here we are. And this first one, we're going to do Guantanamo. So we're going to close out with one more on steel drum. And how can you have a steel drum and not do Margaritaville? It just doesn't seem possible. So unfortunately, last time we did Margaritaville, for those of you who remember, we did it because Mr. Buffett had just passed away, and we actually had margaritas. Do you remember that? Yeah, that was fun. We don't have margaritas tonight. Sorry. But we do have a birthday boy. One more time. Happy birthday, Galen. We love you. We love you. We couldn't do this without you. All right.
I like this song about an open string.
Yeah, look at Galen back there on the bass. Doesn't he look comfortable? Mikey, what do you think? He looks better than ever. All right. Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All those tourists covered with oil, strumming my sixth string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason I stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I think, hell, it could be my fault. Mr. Vince Stout. I blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. What is happening back there? But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Come on, join in. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Yes, and some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Oh my gosh, that was too much fun. Thank you so much for coming out. We will be back next August 24th. So yes, 14 days from now. And then we only have 3 left. So it's August 24th, September 7th, and September 21st. So between now and then, be well, get into good trouble. Keep resisting. All right. Take care. Thank you so much.